Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Post Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match fallout show on the internet. Why I'm like this is because I'm giving you the view that we had at Crystal Palace today. What an absolute disgrace. Scott, knock that off. Go and knock it off.
Come on, Scott.
I never thought in 2015 that I would have to duck down to watch football.
It was awful.
What a disgrace.
I was on my knees at one point.
What is that all about? Before we start, what is that all about?
When they got promoted up 3 seasons ago now, they won promotion. They didn't have a gantry for the film crews to go on.
Right.
So that they put that gantry in, and that's
Poor though, innit? Even the home fans have to sit through that.
If that's for them people that were sitting there before, if you've got to have something like that, then they just shouldn't have that view. They should get it somewhere else. Put the bastards on the roof.
Not only that, they should they should just block off that back row seating.
Yeah, absolute disgraceful. I don't know how you can charge money for that. What did we pay today? £38?
£38, yeah.
£38 to watch football like this.
Yeah, £38.
In the interest of fairness, we should only talk about what happened at the front of the pitch, because I don't know what happened at the back.
We'll tell you what happened on the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you couldn't see this. All you saw was legs. Once you looked to that far side
absolute
of
disgrace. I'm going to be writing to the club tomorrow and asking my fucking. I'm going to be writing to the club tomorrow and asking for your fucking money back. Because
you ain't writing to no one.
No, it's true. Obviously, Crystal Palace 1, West Ham 3. We carry on. We win again. Scotty,
I've been away.
I know you've been away today.
Us.
I thought you was going to jinx us.
I was saying to you when I said to you before the game, if we lose, I'm hitting him.
But we didn't lose.
No.
We carry on again. Let's go through the game, boys. We're going to be talking about. Sorry, before we go on, we're going to be talking about obviously what happened with the West Ham ladies last week. We haven't had a chance to discuss that yet. We're going to be talking about Sam Allardyce's new book, which is going down a storm in East London. I bet it sells loads of copies, do you?
Definitely.
It will sell out of every bookshop.
Yeah.
Gonna sell none, Sam. Just take them off the shelf. But let's go through the game. West Ham.
You one for Christmas.
Yeah, signed.
To Nicky.
Do you know what I'm a bit disappointed about? I'll go into this after, but I'm a bit disappointed because I stuck up for him. You know?
Maybe you're just deluded.
Yeah, I am deluded. Yeah, obviously. But all right, let's go through the game. First of all, our fault. We dominated from the first minute to the last minute.
Yeah, I agree. We were the better side for the whole game.
Yeah, we deserved 3 points, and no Crystal Palace fan could turn around and say they deserved it.
No.
They would have been lucky to get a point, and that's where I thought it was heading. But we'll talk about that. Let's talk about the first half.
Yeah, let's talk about the first half. Go into the game. Couple of early chances. Payet had one, stretched for one. Could have scored.
Yeah, he was unlucky with that one. You know, we just started so much better than they did. You know, the game took probably about 10 minutes to get going. Things started to flow, but we were the better side. Was it an anticlimax for them? In the way that, was you expecting more from them? Because I was,
yeah.
I was
even when I'd done the preview with Palace, I spoke about a few of their players, and they just didn't turn up today, did they? Which was good for us.
When I was talking to Tomo, like when we done the preview.
Who?
Tomo. You remember the bloke that sits there? The eyebrows?
Was there someone who used to sit there?
Eyebrows.
When I was talking to him, like we done the preview video, which we couldn't get out due to technical problems, but
you couldn't download it.
Yeah, basically.
You didn't do it, did you?
No, we did do it.
You didn't do it.
We did do it, and it was a good one. You can check the camera, you know, it's on there. But you know, it was hard to pick a weak link in their side. You know, because when you compared to how they've been playing, how we've been playing, there's a lot of pace. You know, they've been quite good at the back, and they've counter-attacking. You could see it was either going to be it's either going to be an end-to-end game, but it was, or we cancelled each other out.
But until the red card, we'll talk about that in a minute. It was end-to-end.
Yeah,
it was a good game.
It was perfect. You know, if you were a neutral watching that was good advertisement for the Premier League, good advertisement for both clubs, and then it's neutral side of it, you would have got disappointed with the sending.
It was two attacking teams, wasn't it, going for it?
Yeah.
But I thought we was the better attacking team.
I did as well.
Until, we'll talk about this later as well, until we had to break them down. I think that we showed a little bit of weakness there. Let's go in. Reedy out, first of all. I think, was he definitely in the starting lineup?
I don't know, I can't remember.
I'm sure he was in the
kick-off. We said he was in the starting lineup. He must have pulled out in the warm-up.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can... Ginge come in. They've got a lot of pacey players. They've got a lot of...
to be honest, when I was looking at this game, Ginger having to start, because I said before Reedy was 50-50. I was thinking the exact same thing. The pace that they've got with Gal, Zaha, Balassi, punching, I thought that would have caused Collins
all sorts of problems.
But boy,
he turned up to the party, right?
Back,
he turned up to the party.
You're not nicknamed Ginger Pele for nothing.
No, that's right, mate. He turned up to the party and he stole the show. He stole the show.
Solid, man.
You know, so again, coming in, you know, a little Creswell being only 50-50 before the game as well. But we look solid at the back, you know, and that's good because you're looking now. Collins is our fourth choice centre back.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I remember doing a video months ago talking about our centre backs and how blessed we are. And like we had Ogbonna on the bench.
Yeah.
Like, you still got Reed coming. You got players like Tompkins and Collins that can step in.
Yeah.
You got Daniel Omri, where his name is, you know, who can still come in.
Yeah.
You know, Oxford is a centre back as well.
I know he's out
Burke.
but
I
forgot about them too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They started at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, they're it's good, and Collins was unbelievable today.
Yeah,
My man of the match, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think so.
Same here. But it said starting 11. Why has he went with the same?
But the bench
he had available.
I nearly touched myself over the bench when I saw it.
When I see that bench, I took that to 5 minutes.
I don't remember seeing a bench like that ever at West Ham. Ever. Was Obiang on the bench?
Yeah. Ogbonna.
What about
Obiang?
Antonio wasn't even on it.
Nope. Which did surprise me. Going into next week, we've got no Moses.
Maybe he's got another plan. Maybe he's ended back, isn't he? You know,
maybe we'll go two up front with Carroll.
We can really get them next week, but we'll talk about that later. But the bench, let's go through the bench. Randolph, Carroll, Zarate,
Valencia,
Valencia, Ogbonna.
Yeah.
There's talent on the bench. Who was the other one? Obiang. There's talent there. Any one of them could have stepped into the first team, and at times of the season, every one of them have stepped into the first team.
And that's what I was saying. Even on the preview, like Zarate, I know he come on and set up, but he's pushing for a first team, and that's why Lanzini for me is playing so well because he knows Zarate's ready to take in, and that's the quality we've got. You can take Lanzini, and you can swap them to.
Lanzini was absolutely outstanding today. He is a real gem.
He is my favourite player of the season so far, and I'm saying that over Payet. Honestly, I love watching Lanzini play.
He's more of a surprise package. With what you've heard of Payet coming into like when we signed,
you knew he was going to be something.
A lot of people with Lanzini, and I thought the same. I thought he was just going to be a squad player.
Yes,
I don't think he'd get into the squad.
I thought he's just make up the numbers and just bring in. But what a talent he is.
Yeah,
I love watching him.
He looks good. He does look good. You know, I think he's hit the ground running. A few of the first games he played, he looked a bit weak, but I think he's adapted well to the start of the Premiership.
But he's had a tough start, don't forget. Look at the games we've had to play.
He's got some goals.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. You look who he's been up against. Yeah, and if you're gonna start the Premiership, that's how you want to start it. Then you get them sort of sides out of the way. It's all easier from now.
Well, let's talk about the first goal. The first goal come. I thought it was Payet, but it wasn't. It was Moses. Set up Jenkinson, darting run inside. Lovely little finish.
He can finish, can't he?
He can finish. Yeah. That's two in two.
Two in two
for Jenks, and him getting in the England squad.
Nothing.
But to be fair, I'll be honest with you. He's been not quite right this season.
He's good going forward, but he seems to be a bit shaky at the back. But
I didn't think he had a bad game defensively.
No, he played well.
I thought he done
Creswell
right.
played well.
He gave away the penalty.
Yeah.
About 30 seconds later it was.
Yeah.
I thought I was lucky to get the penalty. I thought sitting where I was sitting, it looked a blatant penalty. But I've since spoken to my dad, who said that Chris Kamara reckons it weren't a penalty. He was looking for the penalty.
Chris Kamara says that ain't a penalty then.
I spoke to my mate who's a Palace fan, who was down that end, and he turned around and said he thought it was a bit
harsh.
50-50, yeah.
He looked a penalty from where I was sitting. From what I saw,
I just see boots. I couldn't see anything else.
It looked to me like he had the ball. He went to clear it, and the geezer just jumped in the way. To me, that's a penalty because the man's got in front of you, and you take him out.
Exactly.
But I'm not no expert, am I? You know what I mean? I do this, but I'm no expert.
The thing is, we don't have the privilege of seeing a replay. Maybe when we see it tonight.
Well, if we'd have been able to see the screen,
we couldn't see floodlights. We couldn't even see the managers.
I couldn't see the players.
To be fair, I couldn't see the ball when it went up in the air. So, but I'm saying it,
disgraceful that. Yeah. Still going back to.
I can't wait to go back.
But you go back to Jenkinson's goal. The timing of his run, the ball from Moses, it was a perfectly weighted pass from Moses.
And we deserved that 1-0 lead as well.
It said kick off straight down.
Moses turned up again. He turned up. He was. He's been playing a bit hot and cold lately, but I thought he had a really good game today. Got at him direct.
Payet was a bit quiet first half.
Very. I thought he was. To be honest, I thought he was the whole game. He gave the ball away a lot.
But he still made things happen.
And he just pulls in strings.
We said this the other week, didn't we? That he didn't have a very good game and still scored a goal. And he's done
but you know what I like about West Ham this season is the fact that he is our star man. There's no doubt he's our star man. When he isn't performing, there's people that are pulling their weight to make things. Noble had an absolute stormer of a game today. The running of the boy was absolutely magnificent, and it wasn't just he wasn't there just to break up the play. He actually run at people today, got into good spaces, got into and that's because Payet wasn't quite.
And that's what I'm saying. Like with Noble, like when he's got someone like Alexandre come back in with him, because I noticed today that the last few games Noble's been sitting in there on his own, but today Czech
he was getting forward.
As long as he was getting forward. Kyoto was staying with him and helping him out. He wasn't bombing forward because I thought he had a quiet game today.
I was surprised with the substitution of taking Noble off because, as I said, for the same reason, I thought
picked up a knock or something.
We don't. But I thought he was having a better game than Czech.
No, but he was. But I think Czech gives you that.
He can always get you a goal.
Yeah. He's got the goal for it, isn't he? You know what I mean?
He gave the ball away quite a bit today.
Yeah, he was very quiet today. I think maybe that was just in contrast to everyone else because everyone else was just brilliant. So penalty retaken. I thought he was going to miss it the second one, but he didn't. He put it away.
Great finish from Kabay both times as well.
Good, two
didn't
good
give
penalties.
Adrian a chance.
1-1. All of a sudden, what's his name? Dwight Gal. I saw him the first couple of minutes. He chucked himself into Adrian a couple of times. I think he could have picked up a booking. When he did get his first booking, I thought it was a red card. The way he dived into him. If you dive into someone 2 feet from behind, in the letter of the law, that should have been a red card.
Yeah, it is Mark Clattenburg, isn't it? So.
Yeah, but anyway, it only took him another 15 minutes and he was off.
I said to you, didn't I? I said, I'm going to go to the toilet now, saying you're out there.
But to be fair, the City can't moan about sending off. It weren't the second booking weren't a dirty challenge. It was a late challenge. And he just, he caught him and he gave the referee.
He should have been off before that.
Yeah, but he gave the referee no option.
It was like, to send him off. Weren't they like that at Upton Park last year when they beat us? Didn't they have a man sent off that should have been? He should have been sent off about 20 minutes before he got sent off.
Jedinak should have walked off.
Wasn't Jedinak?
Yeah, when he elbowed Sacco in the throat.
Yeah. You got that one.
Yeah,
but
and Murray.
It wasn't Murray.
Yeah,
it was Murray.
He got sent off, but he should have been.
Sent off about half an hour before he got sent off.
Yeah.
Does Pardew send them out to rattle them?
Yeah, of course he does.
Is that how he thinks he's going to win?
Yeah, I mean, you've only got to look when he used to manage us, and he used to do that with players like Rio Coker. He used to tell them to go in and get stuck in, things like that. That's what Pardew knows what we're like.
Yeah, there's getting stuck in, and then there's, you don't tell.
Dirt, innit? That Jedinak is a disgrace. Like what he done to Sacco last year was absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah, but there's going in hard, and then there's being dirty.
Dirty, yeah.
And that's the difference. You want players to leave a boot in when they're winning the ball. Because it rattles these players who are so good on the ball. It's
didn't rattle us, mate.
No, but it's what you do all the way from any level of management, any level of football. There's a good player. You get someone to put it on him straight away. So they're always thinking. They're always thinking about that little extra touch that they've got to take.
I love you.
Back to the game. Obviously, the red card did come. Couple of bad fouls. As I said, should have been sent off for the first one. Definitely a sending off for the second one. It's a booking. Yeah. And then he got it right, Clattenburg. Do you know what? Linesman got more wrong than him.
Especially with that corner we should have had.
Oh
Jesus
my Lord.
Christ.
The one that cannoned off of Moses hit two Palace players.
Two Palace players before it went off, and he gave a goal kick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought he'd done all right, Clattenburg today, and he was
he just likes being centre of attention.
Yeah, I think so. But sending off. We ain't had a sending off for a couple of games now. I don't know what's going on. We're due one soon, aren't we? Yeah.
It's just not. Don't want one next week.
No. Yeah, as long as it's not next week. But yeah, so sending off, and then it sort of slowed the game down a bit, and we had to break them down. And I think if I've got any criticism today, and it's hard to do it because you win the game, but let's be fair, we was only 5 minutes away from getting a draw.
Yeah.
If you have any criticism about today, it's we look very rigid up front, we look very static up front, and it doesn't look like when we need to. I think that's what we need to work on: breaking sides down, getting in behind side. We've got the pace, we've got the power. We don't seem to do it.
We think Sacco was very quiet today, wasn't he?
Yeah, and we seem very static up top. There's the ball. That ball gets to that final third, and I don't know whether it's because Sacco's been playing up top on his own for so long. He ain't looking to make the runs he was making last season.
Because he hasn't got your Valencia with him.
Yeah, and even when Carroll come on, the movement between the two,
I thought
there weren't no movement.
When Carroll come on, though, I thought he played well. Carroll.
Yeah, he did do.
Yeah, I like the way he brings the ball down.
Yeah, which is what we want. We don't just want.
But that's the luxuries we've got this season.
Yeah.
Like we've got. I know he didn't cost us 35 million, but he was a £35 million striker. And I know people got their criticisms of him, but we still got him on the bench.
Yeah,
but we've. What I was a bit surprised that when he came on, it wasn't just lumped in there, because that's what I was expecting to happen.
Yeah,
and I think that's what Palace were expecting to happen.
Yeah,
and that's probably a game plan. When Carroll come on, Pardew's probably thinking, right, they're going to go long.
Lump it now.
We didn't. We were playing to feet, and Carroll was even when it was going up, he's bringing it straight down. Because Bilic don't want all that.
No.
Unless we have to go, unless we're 2-1 down, trying to nick a draw.
Yeah, see, the thing we've got, like you said, the luxury of Carroll is he's as good with his feet as he is in the air.
Of course he is.
And he will bring that ball down and try and play.
I don't know, he's got to be one of the world's best in the air. He has got to be.
I can't think of a striker that's as good in the air as him.
There ain't another striker in the Premier League like him, really, is there? Let's be honest.
But what I'm saying is we've got that option. It ain't just got to be fired long into him.
But I think that sort of like they was very resilient, but they've got that Hangerland in the back. He's a big long streak of piss, isn't he?
We didn't utilise the ball.
Scott Dan, very well. He played very well this season.
But I think with Hangerland, I think we played to his strengths. We didn't. I thought he was their weakest player.
I think Valencia, we keep coming back to him, but I think what happens is when we talk about the rigidness up front, the failure to break them down, I think that's where Valencia gives you another option, because he is that get behind player, isn't he? He's that getting behind the defence, and he's that one that sort of floats out to the left, floats out to, you never know where he's going to be, and I think that's where he would have bought more of an option. But
the thing is, they'll probably have another behind the closed door game this week for him.
Yeah,
and I think you'll probably see him against Chelsea.
But how good is it that we can have him not have to use him?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. To risk him going out for another 6 months.
And the thing is, we're only going to add to this squad if we can keep this squad together. The only thing I'm worried about,
keeping people happy,
is obviously we've got no Carling Cup now. We've got no cup games until the FA Cup in January.
So
you've got to keep people happy, but you got to use these people in different games. Players' strengths into different games. I mean, Watford away is going to be Chelsea at home.
Well, Chelsea at home, you've got the enforced change straight
for
away.
For me, you've got to go with pace.
Yeah, so you've got Moses coming out, so someone's going to step in for that. I think Chelsea might be too early for Valencia to start. I think if he was
won't
fitter,
start.
I think if he was fitter,
he won't start.
But then maybe that's a game Zarate.
But then you got.
But they're rattled at the back at the minute.
Or you can put Lanzini out there and put Obiang in the middle.
I know we're going off.
Song might be back.
Yeah, I don't want to go on to Chelsea, but when you watch the way Chelsea have been playing, and if you see how Ivanovic is playing,
Ivanovic is going to shit.
He's not going to be there. He's injured. He got injured on international duty. He's out for 3 weeks.
I don't care who they've got. Terry, Cahill,
but they're rattled. They're not great. Them two. No. Terry's just a year too much for him. I think it's a year too.
Too far.
Yeah, a year too far for him.
Should have walked with Fat Frank.
Yeah, he should have done. He should have went up to America and took his thieving mum with him. But it's a year too far for him. I think without him, Cahill crumbles a little bit. He's not the player he is. Yeah. Without him, and they're there to be got at next week. Regardless of they beat a poor Villa side today. I'm not going to sit here and like slag people's wins off. A win's a win at the end of the day. You've got to win your game, and they've been in such bad form, but they are there to be got at next week. They are coming up against a good West Ham side, and I don't think it's going to be, we've not played anyone fantastic at home.
No. This
is a different game. This is sort of like where we can set up as an away side, sort of them tactics, But as I say, let's go back to the game. Let's go back to the game. Lanzini, absolutely brilliant. He scores. I thought it was Payet. I told everyone around me it was Payet. Last 5 minutes.
I love that Payet song.
I'll upload that. I've got a Payet song. I'll upload that as a separate video just so you can all hear it. But
the knockdown for Lanzini's goal, Carroll done well.
Carroll done brilliantly
because he could have tried to take that himself.
Good finish.
It was unselfish.
I'm glad he scored as well. I've backed him to get 10 plus goals this season, so every time he scores I smile. I think he'll get 10 plus goals.
I think Carroll done well there. He probably wanting to prove something to everyone and prove to himself. He might have tried to have a go, but he didn't unselfishly.
But I think when Carroll comes on this season, I think he's going to try to be a team player. Because last season it was like he was trying desperate to score. He was greedy sometimes, or if Nolan weren't there. But now I think he's going to look to play these.
I think with his price tag, this is what I think about Carroll. With his price tag, the first season he was. Last season. Not so much because we had the 2 new boys come in, but this season especially when we've added to the squad with such quality, everyone's eyes are on Payet now.
Yeah, he's not the main man.
He's not the main man anymore, and I think that could work in his benefit. I think he could really sort of grasp that role. I think the pressure's off.
I think Bilic really rates him. I don't think we'll sell him in January. I think Bilic loves a player like that to have him. He will start games. I wouldn't surprise me if he started somewhere like Watford away.
We know from when they play for us what Bilic is like, and we know what Dixie's like. They love it.
Sorry,
it's gone.
He started the week before last.
Who?
Carroll in the Carling Cup.
But I'm on about league. You know what I mean?
But when you look at Bilic when he was playing Dixie, they gave 110% every game. And they like players that were like them, that were always willing to put a foot in, were always willing to give that extra
go that extra 5 yards.
And it's Carroll. And the thing for me today is Carroll weren't running around like Ellis chicken having to trace back.
No.
It was a bit of a luxury that he could come on and just stay up front because they had 10 men, but for me that's even more important, that he ain't trying to put them challenges in that he don't need to put in.
Lanzini scores. We're all going mental.
That bloke next to us fell over about 5 rows, and I was watching his face. I didn't know where to help him or record him. He was just like, and everyone was stamping on him. I was like,
but that happened last time we went Palace. Remember? Yeah. Some geezer jumped down from about six rows.
I love it though. I love all that. When everyone's running,
except for people trying to put his hood up. He don't look like that.
No, do you know what? Them Australians sitting behind me, I swear I was so close to just turning around, just fucking digging one in the face. Because not only was their accent doing my head in, but when they started touching me, you know what I mean? That's wrong.
One of them was smoking. And every time he was smoking, he was going to me. And I was thinking, but he had about 20 fags. Every time he done it, he was touching me, going to me.
They was doing my nutting. They had about 3 WKD blues and they was out there. That's what's even the geezer next to me went, fucking. I went, look, if you hit him, I'll go.
No, West Ham family and all that nonsense.
My family.
Listen, everyone's going mental. The Magic Man wraps it up. Sublime goal.
Merson.
No, the real Magic Man. Real Magic Man wraps it up.
Do you know what? I can't remember the goal.
Goes through on goal.
Huh?
I can't remember.
Dinks it over the keeper.
He was celebrating before he even went in.
Yeah. This just goes through on goal. He wasn't even looking. He just sort of like scooped it over the keeper and was just.
I know I've said it before, but like he's the most exciting player I've seen since Di Canio. Tevez, alright, he had the fucking. I know what Tevez, but when you used to watch Di Canio used to get the ball, you used to think, oh, sounds great. Payet is exactly the same. Every time he gets that ball, I think to myself, he's going to put one through, he's going to shoot. And that's it, he was quiet. Imagine what he's going to be like next week against Chelsea, because against the bigger teams, he's going to want to fucking show them, look, you don't want to buy me?
So today, I said to you, didn't I? Today could have easily been Kabaya versus Payet game.
Kabaya was quiet.
Yeah. And
Kept quiet.
Good player, Kabaya. I mean, but Noble was on him all the time.
Yeah.
Noble stuck with him all the time.
You know, I think Payet today showed why he's that bit
extra. Yeah.
You know, keep pissing.
I'd love to have had them both.
Yeah,
Chance.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. If we could have had them both, but
we've got Alex Song, haven't we? Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Like, it's fucking exciting. Like, I love
we
it.
had them two
World class player.
We got
Alex Song.
Kabaya and Payet.
3-1 win. But, yeah.
3-1. We was third. We're sitting fourth now. Arsenal won.
Poxy Arsenal.
But I was going to say top club in London, second top club in London, but up there on merit and beat the big boys and lost the shit ones. Not shit.
That's what I mean. If you look at the Bournemouth-Leicester game,
but they were so close. I was watching the highlights earlier on the Leicester-Bournemouth game. It was just our fullbacks were terrible.
Silly. It was a penalty, wasn't it?
But we got it back to 4-3. Even Moinka scored a wonder goal, and we had one cleared off the line. I forgot about that. We had one cleared off the line in the last
when
second.
We've been beaten
close.
Yeah. You know, it could
I can't remember the last time. When was the last time we lost?
Leicester, must have been Leicester.
Well, yeah, if you can't count the cup, Leicester in the cup or Bournemouth in the league.
No, is that the last time we lost in the league?
Yeah, because we lost to Leicester first and then lost to Bournemouth straight after.
Yeah, I remember last season we were losing every week. I was trying to think earlier.
No, I'm not going to. Do you know what? I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But this season feels special.
Do you know what? And this is no lie, right? And I swear on my daughter's life, I even said this the other day. I had a dream the other night, right, that we was doing fan cams at the Bobby Moore statue, and the players were doing a bus parade. And I'm thinking to myself, is that a fucking FA Cup? And that was a dream I had. And I promise you, on my daughter's life. And I even said to my mate the next day, and he said, "Go and whack some money on it."
It's certainly not a Carling Cup.
No, but
to be fair though, can you imagine that, right? Last season at the Bowling, having a parade outside that ground with a trophy.
I would have an honest tear in my eye.
Yeah.
I'd probably blub like a baby.
What a send off though.
I'd hug the place and I wouldn't let it go. You'd have to scoop me off of it.
That's a dream outcome to send that place off.
I just hope that we can. I'm hoping that we get to Christmas, have a good Christmas period. We're sitting comfortably in the league like it was last season, and then we can really go for the FA Cup. And I think Bilic and Dix are the sort of people that they know how much the FA Cup means to the club.
But to be fair, it's our chance. It's our only chance of winning a trophy.
Yeah, totally.
Well, we're still in the title race.
Realistic chance of winning the trophy.
No, but I know what you mean, and the thing is, the FA Cup is everything. It's the best cup competition in the world.
You can't beat that.
The magic. It's the magic of the thing. You know?
I remember in 2006 what it was like, how close we was to winning it. To see us win it in this season as well.
Still can't watch that game.
No,
you don't need to watch it. Don't worry about it. It happened. But I don't know. I just got a feeling, and even when I woke up the morning after, I was thinking, shit, like. And my mate said, "Go and put some." I bet we go out to Wrexham in the first round. Third round,
we'll get Rochester away, and
I feel like Martin Luther King. I had a dream. They all went tits up.
For some reason, this season feels special. This season feels special.
It's definitely
there's just something in the air.
You know what it was? You know what it is? I think is because there was a lot of thing with Big Sam. I know we're going to talk about Big Sam in a minute, but there was a lot of thing with Big Sam, and people were just getting young. I think they was getting bored. And the thing is, Bilic is the people's choice.
Yeah.
People wanted him, and he's come in. He's just been a breath of fresh air. Even when you see his press conferences. He's a different. He reminds me of Mourinho when Mourinho first come to this country. Not Mourinho now. But the Mourinho when he first come over. And he's brought in the right people. Even people like Chris Woods. You know, even bringing him in. You know, Adrian's been different class. Rand. We were this pre-season. It took like a magician to get him. But Chris, they're obviously doing something. And it's the backroom staff, it's the players they're bringing in, Bilic. It's just a whole. Even the team photo they released yesterday. But they had every employee on the pitch, every single employee, and that's the difference with the club this season. If it had been last season, it'd just been Big Sam and his wife.
But that's it. You know, it's so far.
I'll tell you what is a difference as well is that. You know, people talk about, and as I say, we're going to go into Sam. Let's wrap up the game, then we'll go into Sam. But
3 points.
Well, 3 points, job done. But let's go to Sam. The thing about Sam is, I've supported him, and we're going to talk about his book in a minute, but the difference between Sam and Bilic is, people looking in on West Ham can't understand it. Yeah, people looking in on West Ham, and I can understand it. We had to take them 4 years of shit to stabilise, but that's the difference. People think we're just on his case for the sake of being on his case. Well, people are just on his case for the sake of it, but that's the difference. You win at home to Hull, and you get booed off the pitch.
Yeah,
and he can't understand why he's been, because people, we're West Ham. Somebody asked me the other day. It comes up all the time. What is the West Ham way?
Yeah.
And the West Ham way isn't necessarily winning games. I know that might sound stupid.
To be entertained.
But to be entertained, to get your money's worth from the game. To go home and thinking,
it's the players.
We could have won that.
It's the players as well. I mean, you look through the years, the Devonshires, the Brookings, the Di Canios,
there's always been that same.
We never had that with Big Say. Listen, I'm not knocking Big Say. The way I see it, he left the club in a better position than where he picked it up.
Of course it is.
Fair enough, he's done his job. Let him go to Sunderland. Good luck to him at Sunderland. As long as he don't beat us at the bowling.
What about the noise that's been coming?
Yeah, but he's got to promote a book.
The thing is,
what he's got to do. He's got to promote a book.
You summed it up when you said about with Sam last season. It was shit to watch. Right, I remember 3 or 4 games. Even when we started doing this, I remember sitting here and we were struggling to talk about a game because it was just so crap.
Burnley when we won.
Yeah, I mean,
Sunderland when we won.
Yeah, even when we're winning, we weren't.
It was.
I remember he took me to for my birthday one year. He took me to a Sunderland game, and I could have slapped him on the way out.
0-0. But a lovely Christmas dinner, though.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
You look at that, and from non-West Ham supporters looking at this, we're not much different league position-wise to where we were this time last season. So when you look at it like that, is there that much of a difference? Now, for someone who went last season and someone who's gone this season, it's a fucking massive difference. Because I'm enjoying what I'm seeing.
The thing is,
even when we lost them 2 games, it was an enjoyable game.
The thing is, with us, we turn up now. It don't matter where we go. We're expecting to win.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an expectation to win, but what I do think is
confident of winning.
Yeah, we was under the cosh at Man City, but apart from that, away from home, we haven't been.
No.
We comfortably beat Arsenal, no matter what they say. They did not get a sniff at goal, not a sniff at goal when we beat them the first game, and they're third in the league, pushing for the title. Yeah. We went to Liverpool, and they never got a sniff at goal. And I mean, when I say never got a sniff at goal,
they were poor.
They were poor, and we played them off.
Yeah, it weren't that they were poor. We was just that good.
Yeah,
I think that's what people forget.
There was no thingy of we ain't won there in however many years. It was we're just going to go there and play the way we play.
Is the Leicester game now? When you think about it, we've spoke about this a few times, but that penalty before half time of Schmeichel getting sent off and would have changed the game, and we was close. We was pushing them and pushing them, and when you look at it back now to how Leicester have just come back from 2-0 down at Southampton and drew 2-2.
Yeah, that's twice in 2 weeks.
That's twice, but they've done that about 5 times this season. They are a decent, resilient side, and there's no shame to losing them. Bournemouth, a different matter, but did we underestimate Bournemouth?
I think did.
After the Bournemouth game, did he get them in the changing room and go, do you know what, boys? Pull your fucking socks up. You don't come here and expect to win. Sunderland game, 2-0 down. We found ourselves 2-0 down. Just fell asleep for the first 20 minutes, and then we should have beat them. So like
I said, though, we come off them home games against Leicester and Bournemouth were coming off a back of big wins away from home. And
them two
beat Arsenal. Yeah. And then we played. It was Leicester, wasn't it? And then Bournemouth, and then we went away to Liverpool. Was it Liverpool?
Yeah,
it was. Yeah. So
they dragged us back down to earth. Them 2 results.
They're very early games as well. What people do forget to realise is our squad was split for a long time. He probably hadn't been with the squad for that long before them 2 games come along. Like as a whole squad got to work on things, and we've just because that is the last time we lost. Since then, we've been times we've been patchy. We've been patchy.
I think there's been a couple of times where we've shown up the first half, or
what was today? Was it the 9th game today?
Yeah,
yes. 9th game, right. So if I'll guarantee you now, if you went out to any West Ham fan over the world and said, right, there's the first 9 results, would you take them? Seeing them wins, every fan would have took them. I know we lost at home to Leicester and Bournemouth, but you've got Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Palace away, drawing at Sunderland. You know, we should have beat Sunderland.
But it's the things like these results where Sam fell down a little bit last year. I think the arrogance of the man really come through, and no matter what I say about Sam, I thought, as I say, I thought he'd done a good job at times, but he was not entertaining. He was not an entertaining manager to watch, but we needed that basis to build on. But
he got a solid. He got a solid.
Yeah, he got a solid,
He got us as a unit.
But it was the things like going to Chelsea and leaving your best players out of the side. You're basically turning up and saying they're going to roll us over anyway. We ain't got a sniff here, so what we'll do, we'll concentrate on the Arsenal game that we might scrape a draw, and he ended up coming unstuck, and that's where it all fell down for us.
That's where it went. That's where it started going wrong.
Yeah,
because we were playing well up to that Chelsea game, and we were going to Chelsea a bit like how we are now. We're going into playing Chelsea. I know it's at home, but we can get a decent result here. We're playing well, they're not, and that. I mean, it was Boxing Day. We were playing Chelsea, and I thought it's on telly. We're going to get a result here, and then we just went there and just went.
But he left sort of Song out. He left Valencia out. He left, all these.
To sum it up, the difference between Allardyce and Bilic is Allardyce has got an ego and Bilic hasn't.
No. Yeah.
That's the difference. You can see the difference with Bilic. He's a people person. If you play good, he'll put his arm around you. He'll give you a kiss. He does it. He done it in Turkey. I've seen the videos. Like he will, and that's what you want.
He left Besiktas. They loved him.
Yeah, they still do.
They still love him.
They still do. We get messages off of Turkish fans all the time. Go us and all that, Bilic and all that. they love him, and I think we will love him. And it wouldn't surprise me if a top 4 club in the next couple of years or whatever
want to take him.
But hopefully we will be that top 4 club.
Exactly. That's it. But it's it. We don't know what's in Allardyce's book, but he's spat.
I'll have a look at that. Do you know what? I'm going to buy that. Yeah, I'm going to.
I'm hoping that he's got a lot of good things to say as well.
We have to buy it because I don't really want to give him.
No, I ain't buying nothing. Boris.
The press will take the negatives.
The press will pinpoint all the bad things in that book.
Of course.
Because there's probably about 8 chapters where he's enjoyed his time at West Ham and he'll tell you good things that no one will see. Yeah. That's the thing with the press.
The thing is, he's got the bits they picked out in the Sun, you had West Ham fans are deluded. No one can explain to him the West Ham way. Even the players don't understand it. Even the players didn't understand why they're being booed after winning a game. It's not that we're upset, it's the way they went about winning the game. I didn't boo. I was there when we beat Hull. I didn't boo, but
you wasn't entertained.
No, and they had 10 men, and it was awful. I think the other game he said it back was when we were in the Championship to beat Peterborough. Right, like we said, the West Ham way is going there having a go. If you get beat, so as you get beaten, if you give 110%, you ain't going to get on anyone's back. You ain't going to have a moan. I don't think we're deluded. I think out of all the fans that I know, we're some of the most realistic.
I would have thought that game would have showed him that we're not deluded.
Yeah,
because we won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not about winning and results. No. It sounds stupid. It sounds stupid to say that in a sport where winning is everything, because in sport winning is everything. That we're not about winning. It's because if anything, we're not deluded. We curb our expectations, but we know what we want to see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the fact that you win a game and that and you're getting booed off is the opposite side of the spectrum, because he's saying you're deluded. You expect to win every game. Well, no, we expect to be entertained. We expect to be, we expect to pay our money and see a brand of football that we want to see. But
the difference is with, I know what you're saying, but you can't turn up every week and be entertained but lose.
No,
it's a
You've
results
got to-
business.
Yeah, it's a results business.
And
It's a lot
to
of
be
pressure.
fair, and to be fair to him, the beginning half of last season was absolutely excellent.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I was entertained.
And who says that Bilic don't have a poor second half of the season? This is what I mean.
I'm saying. It's awkward at the minute because where we are.
I think
as I
with
said,
the
it's
Big
all-
Sam situation, I think just leave it there. Big
Sweep it
Sam's
under the
gone,
carpet.
You know what I mean? Let him say what he wants. People got his opinion.
One thing I'll say though,
Lost 1-0.
considering he's calling us deluded, this is the bloke who thinks he should be managing
Real Madrid.
He's at Sunderland. So who's
He's,
deluded there?
Yeah, but they're the Real Madrid of the North East.
Well, that's 1-0 to West Brom today.
Yeah, exactly. In his first game.
Do you know what? Good luck to him. If it,
Look,
you know,
end of the day,
we went up to Sunderland. They
like
got
we
some.
said,
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
Just don't come back.
exactly.
That's what I'm going to say. Let's go to the ladies. Quick discussion about the ladies. It's been covered to death, I'm sure of it, but we have to have our say on it. What did you make of the whole situation? Crazy.
Yeah, it was just a bit like, it was a bit mental, wasn't it? Like you get 6 players just walk out of a team, but
For me, you've got them 6 players walked out, and then the club try and cover it up by saying they released them.
That's where they've gone wrong.
Yeah,
yeah,
There's arguments there. Do you know what? There's arguments there between the girls and the manager.
yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, we've spoke to Stacey before. We know her, what she's like. She's passionate about West Ham.
Yeah.
It must have taken a lot for her to walk out.
Yeah.
And they're obviously saying wrong now.
Yeah,
they're not
that's
listening
it.
to the manager. I've heard interviews with her, and she's explained
Listen,
what went on.
The problem is about it is, you know, you go to a meeting. What I heard, they went to a meeting. She wasn't invited to the meeting initially. She turned up anyway, which she's the captain. She should be at any meeting, suspended or not. I don't know what that was all about. But you know, you go to a meeting and you know what I've heard her say on. I listened to the Come podcast the other day, and she was expressing concerns with the manager, and she went to the chairman to express concerns to get him to have a look, and he didn't want to know.
Yeah.
They don't want to know.
And she said, the chairman said, sorry, right?
No, go on.
The chairman said to her, all player issues have to be dealt with the manager. So how can you talk to someone about the manager when the problem is with the manager?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? How can you talk to the manager about the manager?
The thing is with him, he come in, he had a big shoes to fill with Julian Dix obviously going, yeah. Stacey Little's obviously respected by a lot of obviously the players, the fans. You know, she's got a lot of followers on Twitter. He didn't. The feeling I get is that he didn't like that she was bigger than him.
Personality clash.
Yeah, and that's why they didn't get along.
Well, I'll be honest. I went down to the training ground. We've done an interview there. He came in for 2 minutes. I didn't like the cut of his jib, to be quite honest.
No, he come across
Arrogant.
Yeah, to me.
And that's
and the thing is, if what we've heard is and the things that have gone on, it sounds to me from when we spoke to Stacey stuff like that, it sounds like they were raising issues about the league that they've played in, that they've had a season in, that they've been playing, and he just didn't listen. It was to me, it seemed like it was his way
or no way.
Well, they turned around and said, "Oh, we've signed an Italian international." Fair enough. That Italian international they've signed has never played 11-side football.
5-side player.
She's a futsal player.
Yeah. And
so
what?
She's a futsal player. She's never played 11-side football. And like they're going around saying, "Oh, we're going to sign all these girls from the Super League A, Super." They're not.
But they're not. They were even some of the girls they brought in. They're girls who were released by teams because they're not good enough.
But the thing is, like, we've spoke to Stacey like since it happened, and I said to her, like, what you got to realise is that the same day she was released, Morgan Amafatano was released, and no one batted an eyelid.
No.
When she got released, and the other girls, you know, Twitter went mad.
Twitter uproar.
Because when you think of West Ham ladies, you think of Stacey Little straight away. She's the captain.
The problem they have now, I think, West Ham ladies as a team, is they got absolutely pasted to Charlton. I think it was 8-1, the game after they all left. The problem with them now is the chairman wanted to. He came in. the rise of the women's football. The World Cup was on last year. Don't forget that sort of raised awareness and raised interest, and But they had Julian Dix there, and it sort of raised the profile of the ladies, where they were starting to get some people going over there. This has just killed that.
Yeah,
they're dead.
To be fair, knowing you speak to Stacey and all that, but from when the times we've met her, there's going to be no one more disappointed in the ladies getting beat the week after, or the way the things go for than she is.
Well, there's been a bit of mudslinging.
Yeah, she's got a bit of stick.
We'll put it this way, right? Last week when they played Charlton, they had 3 subs warming up. One was on their phone, and the other one had sunglasses on. Nick, I'm telling you the truth, mate. I am telling you the truth.
All you're missing,
and you're telling me now.
Pendry had a next coat on.
No, but you're telling me now that they're meant to be a team that they want to take, a professional team that want to go serious, and you got the sub warming up with a pair of Ray-Bans and the other one on the phone.
All that's missing from that is the player having a fag at half time.
It makes them look shambles, because they've taken a few years to build their reputation up, and the ladies' football and the ladies' team was starting to get recognition. People were starting to go over there, get buy season tickets, and
the manager should curb that. But that's arrogance from the women.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but
like you said, all the hard work that the women did to raise the profile of that thing. All right, Dixie coming in and all that raised the profile, but the club never helped him out.
It's nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what? I found that out since. I spoke to someone that they are not owned by the club.
No.
The club, all they do, all this stuff we heard about the club should help, and the club. They ain't owned by the club.
No. The club
have not got. No, all they do is lease them their name.
Yeah,
but that's what I mean. With all this going on, they could have easily took that away. Yeah. They could have easily took that away
and said,
they could form their own ladies team. But
I think where they went wrong is, like you said, they had Dixie, high profile.
But apparently,
as a manager, they brought the wrong person.
There was ex-pros willing to.
Yeah.
I think Matty Everington was one that was being banded about, I'm sure. But I'll ask him.
That would have been an ideal.
You don't need to ask him. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. He said to the chairman, "Look, I'll come in and do it." Chairman won't have none of it.
But to me, that is the sort of person you want to bring in.
The Sullivan kids apparently wanted to buy it. The ladies' side. That's the story I've heard.
Yeah, but they wanted to buy it. Why didn't they buy it when they had the chance at the start of the season?
Well, they did. They tried to buy it, but I was speaking to someone who's well informed the other day. The board decided against it.
The West Ham board, or the ladies?
The ladies' board. The board of directors.
What you got to realise is there is a board. There is a board that are ladies, and they can vote that chairman out.
Yeah.
They can vote him out. And the manager out, and I hope they do. Because it's
no. But what I'm saying is they've obviously, apart from the West Ham name, they're obviously not that interested, because what that would have done, the two, they probably thought it was a mockery because they're two youngsters. One of them's 17, isn't he? 17, 18,
16, I think.
Well, 16 and I know he's 14. But what that would have done is that would have brought the ladies into the family, into the family that own West Ham.
Yeah.
And do you think that them two boys are going to let that ladies team go without a kit or buy their own kit? They're going to go to their dad and say, "Dad, ladies need a new kit." They're going to go and get 16 of them out the shop.
Jack and David would have loved that, because they would have felt like it's their club.
Yeah,
they feel like, oh look, my dad runs the proper team. Don't worry, this is our club.
Yep.
Raise the profile for the ladies team, but they voted against it, and there's wrong decisions being made there, and there's this week, all this nonsense about them being released. It's really showed them up. The releasing a statement saying they're being released, and then they were saying we're going to release another statement. And they never did.
No, all they did was release the FA rules about gross misconduct, and then said about the fans, because obviously fans were tweeting the chairman, Mark, and whoever. You know what I mean? But look, at the end of the day, they're going to lose people now going over there.
Yeah. But the thing is,
all them sponsors that sponsored them ladies that walked, don't get their money back.
Exactly.
Don't they not?
Of course they don't.
And that's the thing. That's the thing with the people that have paid season tickets over there. That money's gone. They're not going to get that money back. But as I said, it's a disgrace for them because if they signed 6 players and then they were winning, and them 6 players that they allegedly released were sitting on a bench, and then they come out and said we're releasing 6 players, no one would batter an eyelid.
I'll tell you what summed it up with that Stephen Hunt last week when they lost to Charlton 6-1, wasn't it? He retweeted a tweet that Stacey Little sent back in May when they lost to Charlton in the final.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What did she say?
Just saying about, we lost to Charlton, we're all stick together and all that. But why is he retweeting her tweets?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. She's not,
Good luck to the girls though. They're looking for. They're close to signing for other clubs.
Good luck to them all. Good luck to the 6 that left, and good luck to the girls.
Good luck to the ladies, the ones that are still there.
They're still there, but stop wearing your fucking sunglasses while you're warming up your twats.
That guy, that will.
Whatever. We better touch on Morgan because have we been together since we spoke about Morgan?
No, it's the first time.
Morgan, disappointed?
No.
Not really.
That's it then, we'll wrap it up there. I'm not disappointed whatsoever. That's much like how it went down in a week, isn't it? Like 20 minutes on the ladies, Morgan and Malfitano left. We'll wrap it up there then. Thank you so much for watching. You can follow us on Twitter at West Ham Fan TV, Facebook / West Ham Fan TV, Instagram West Ham Fan TV, website www.westhamfan.tv. We'll start writing some newsletters up soon, eh?
Yeah, we'll do.
Don't forget the fan cams.
Don't forget the fan cams. They're all up now. This should be up tonight. This one, the day of the game. Fingers crossed.
He loves his new computer.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely marvellous. Thanks very much for watching. We'll be back for the Chelsea game. Quick, let's do a quick little prediction of the Chelsea game.
2-1 us.
4-0.
3-2 to us. Alright, and that's it then. One thing left to say. Come on, you Irons!